Anthony...
Why is he on the phone?
Let me see if I can say Anthony's last name here. Anthony Fiato?
Yeah.
How come I can't hear you?
I don't know.
Oh, here you are.
Well, at least you know how to pronounce the name. That's the Italian in you.
Anthony Fiato.
We still can't hear him.
I can't hear you so good. Hey, who set this up?
Benji.
Yeah, now I'm hearing you a little better.
Okay.
Do you think we're hearing him better?
What kind of phone do you have?
I'm on a portable phone.
Yeah, can you have a regular phone there?
No.
Oh, come on. These portables are horrible.
Not for the radio.
Wait a second.
Yeah, you got a regular phone there. Come on, don't lie to me. Now I'm not. Now I suspect every guest.
Okay.
Everybody's
That's better.
lying.
Oh, okay, all right.
I guess it's better.
Where's he calling from?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you that. But he said mafia guy. He didn't put the word informant on it too.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're in witness protection, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. You have a bag on your head? Maybe that's why we can't hear you.
What?
Yeah, I got one of those disguises.
No, I don't know. That's the Geraldo show. That's not me.
Anthony, how old a guy are you?
Right now, I'm 54 years old.
54 years old. How long were you in the mob?
I was in the mob since I started as a connected guy at 17 years old.
Wow. How do you get connected at 17?
Well, you get connected at 17 when your family is born in Little Italy and you move from Boston and you go to L.A. and you're a good, decent kid. You're an alpha boy. You're going to high school, and some bully on Hollywood Boulevard bothers you and humiliates you when you're with a girl and takes your money from you, gives you a slap in the face, and then you get even with him by putting a knife in his belly. And a local mafia guy knows that you did this, and he approaches you, and he comes up to you and says, puts his hand on your cheek and says, "You're a good boy." He says, "You never let nobody disrespect." He says, "You want to make us some money?" And I say, "Yeah." He says, "Well, get in the car." He takes me a ride across town. We go to the watch section, the black section over there in L.A., and we pull in front of a furniture store. He points to the guy behind the counter. He says, "You see this, the guy?" He says, "You go in the trunk, you take a baseball bat, you split their heads, you say, this is coming from Mr. Fox." I go inside, I whack the guy in the head, but, I split his head wide open, but he's unconscious, so I can't say this comes from Mr. Fox. I get back in the car, the guy gives me a few $100. He says, "You good boy." He says, "Meet me on the corner tomorrow on Hollywood and Highland." The next day, on a newsstand on Hollywood and Highland, in front of the newsie, the guy that he does business with over there, where he does the pay and take of his loan sharking and bookmaking, he tells the guy, "You see this, boy?" He says, "Well, the way you treated me, you treated him." And that's how I got started.
Wow. And you get in the mob. Is it cool being in the mob?
Oh, man, hey, you get everything when you're in the mob.
How much money would you make a year being in the mob?
It would depend. Well, we could make $500,000 a year. I mean, everything is tax-free.
Right.
$10,000 a week, $20,000 a week.
Wow. So you're riding high, and it's all cash.
Well, sure. Hey, you're loan sharking. I mean, at that particular time, I'm making one of the ways I was making money was loan sharking, which is loaning money at exorbitant interest rate. 5% a week.
Wow.
Give a guy $5,000, you're getting $250 a week interest.
Wow.
It gives you the principal back all at once.
And then normally you got to go around kicking these guys' asses because they don't pay up, right?
Well, hey, when I handed up, hey, that happens sometimes. One time it happened to me. I gave a guy the money, and I told him, I said, "Listen, the only way I can live without you paying me this money, the only way I can live, the only excuse I can accept is that you're dead." And sure enough, this deadbeat came up lame. So I figured I'm going to do this just one time, and I'm going to set such an example that everybody that's aware of what I'm going to do, this is going to be a deterrent. And I waited until this guy went to church with his family on a Sunday in North Hollywood. I walked in the middle of the match with a baseball bat. I split his head wide open and turned around and I walked out.
In front of everyone?
In front of everybody.
Right in the church?
Well, in case he died, at least he had a priest to give him the last right.
Oh. Wow.
And you killed him?
Well, no, he didn't die. I wish he did, but he didn't.
How many guys did you kill?
I never killed anyone, Howard, but I never will again.
Right, see, they can't say they killed anyone.
He never killed anybody, but he won't ever again.
I'd say you got to kill at least 10 guys, right?
You are a made man, didn't you have to kill?
They like like I said, the coppers liked me for 12 hits, and stuff like that, but right.
He killed plenty of people.
You have to be a made man, don't you?
Yeah.
You're going to be involved in, that comes with the territory.
Right.
When you get initiated, that's one of the first things they ask you. We ask you to kill, will you? You say yes. If your own brother is no good, we ask you to kill him, will you? And you say yes. That comes with the ceremony.
How many of your best friends are missing?
What's the best way to kill a guy? Henry Hill said to put an ice pick in their neck.
Well, Henry Hill wouldn't know about that, but all I can tell you is that the best way to kill a guy is up close and personal, Howard.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And you were much higher up in the mafia than Henry Hill, because Henry Hill was an Italian.
Well, yeah, he's only half Italian.
Right, you can't be half Italian and be in the mob.
Full-blooded.
Well, Henry Hill could be connected. He could be a guy that we empowered.
Right.
So he's a guy that, he can be a mobster in this sense of the word, that defining a mobster means that he has a mob behind him. He can represent him. He can do business on our behalf.
And here's a couple of things that you know. This guy, so you got this book. You didn't write this book. Somebody wrote a book about you?
Well, yeah, he worked with me, yeah.
Oh, all right, so you did it together.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Anthony Fiato's Life in the Mafia.
That's right.
By John L. Smith.
That's a real name, too.
What?
John L. Smith?
Yeah, that's a real name.
Yeah, The Animal in Hollywood, it's called.
Oh, yeah.
And you were in the Mafia out in California.
Yeah.
No,
well, when you're in the Mafia, you're out there. You're in the Mafia everywhere, too, you know.
And you got to date Nicole's sister, Denise Brown, it says here?
Oh, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, I was testifying in a murder trial in Los Angeles in 1995, the same time the OJ case was.
And you were her
I remember that.
Yeah, you were her boyfriend?
Tony the Animal, that's right.
Yeah, Tony the Animal.
I'm testifying in my case, and the lead detective in my case is Tom Lang, the same guy you had on your show, Lang and Van Adder.
Yeah.
And all the witnesses in my trial are in the same room that the OJ, all the players in the OJ trial are in the same room up in the 18th floor in the courthouse. So I come up from testifying in this case that I'm involved in. I walk in, I'm with Lang and Van Adder, we're laughing and joking, and I walk in, there's Denise Brown sitting there with her girlfriend, Betsy.
She's pretty hot.
Huh?
She's hot.
Oh, man, she's so hot. So the girlfriend, Betsy, was hot, too, and she looked at me and she says, is your name Vinny? And I said, what? I look at her like she's crazy. The way you're dressed, you look like a monster. I looked at her, hey, sweetheart, the way you're dressed, you look like you work for Heidi Place. So, we hit it off right there and then. Denise had a nice big smile on her face. And I told her, I said, hey, honey, you come home with me tonight, you'll be smiling in the morning, I guarantee that.
Nice.
And that's how you got her?
And you got her that way, huh?
Oh, I went down to testify again back at my trial. By that time, she had given the FBI agent that was guiding me her private numbers.
And you guys had sex, huh?
Oh, we had everything.
No kidding.
We rock and roll.
No kidding. She good?
I got down like James Brown.
Really?
Believe when I tell you.
Well, what happened to that romance?
Well, see, Chris Dadden and Marcia Clark, and when Tom Lang, Denise was staying 2 blocks away from the courthouse. Geraldo was putting her up in a condominium, and he gave her a car phone and so forth. So now, when Lang was pretty friendly with me, so before I took her out, I was telling her, I said, man, this broad gave me her numbers. Am I the luckiest guy in the world? Every guy in America wants to nail this broad, and she wants to be with me.
Right.
So Lang, if he had any hair, he would have pulled it out. I mean, he's scratching his head. He's bald-headed.
Really? Why would you be getting that?
I know. Well, she's like, hey, they warned her because they saw that she was friendly with me up there. They told her to stay away from me. It's dangerous to be with him.
Yeah, but I guess chicks dig like to be with like a,
a killer.
Yeah, well, she said she liked to live dangerously.
Oh, that's certainly true. And you
Must
say...
have run in her family.
Does it say in your book, did you say in your book that you had so much sex with her you could hardly walk when it was done?
When we met, we stayed at a luxurious, beautiful hotel in Boston. We met. And we went, and...
Usually the chick can't walk, and not the guy.
No,
She's
she
tough.
wanted to get vitamins. We took a walk, and we got vitamins. By the end of the 3 days I spent with her, I'm the one.
Hello?
Yeah.
No. I think you got cut off.
Oh, no.
No? Hey, okay. Now, you say the FBI guys, they love our show. The mob loves our show.
They watch, listen, these guys, hey, I put 70 guys away, all right, wearing a wire, across the United States.
Really?
And I'm going to trial early in the morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. You got to be in court by 8:30. And I'm uptight because I'm going to be grilled by these defense attorneys. So, but they got your show on. And everybody, ha, fa, fa, fooey, and the whole stuff. Oh, shit. I mean, I'm really uptight. But now I got your show on, and we're all laughing like hell.
Yeah, the FBI guys and the mob guys all say fa fa fooey.
I'm telling you.
Hey, Howard.
This
Yeah.
guy, what?
You know who Anthony's mad at on our staff?
Who?
That he said if he was still Denise, he would have whacked him.
Who?
John.
Stuttering John?
Yeah, he said he was real pissed off at the interview that John did with Denise Brown.
You were going to whack him?
Denise Brown hates Stuttering John.
Really?
Hates him with a passion.
I hate him, too.
Could you get rid of him for us?
So what happened? You guys were going to whack him?
No, well, she was just very unhappy. She loves you because you were, really against OJ.
Right.
She loves you, but she hated Stuttering John. But
Hey, I'd like to have sex with someone for 3 days and not be able to walk.
Talk
to Denise for me, will you? Tell her I need a little love. Johnny, you hear this guy would have whacked you.
How scary is that?
All I know is that John better watch out for some of those guys that he talks to because
See, I've been threatened by a couple of actors, Howard.
Yeah.
They say, implying that the mob is going to be after me.
Yeah.
And now I'm a little worried that it's true.
Listen, if the mob can't get Anthony, who's turned in 60 of these guys, how are they going to get you?
Howard.
What?
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, really.
Hall of Famer. There's me, Sammy the Bull, and Jimmy Fradiano.
Explain to me, what is going on in the mob that they can't rub out guys like you?
Why?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. What do you put the price on my head here or what?
No, but I mean, it's kind of weird. Like, I talk to Henry all the time. He's running around having a party. He's drinking.
So are you.
You're dating Denise Brown. And, in The Godfather, even when a guy was in prison, they would get to him.
Well, that was then and this is now.
Right.
But why is everybody going belly up?
What?
Yeah, why are you guys ratting each other out?
Well, you talk about rats. I mean, you want to talk about a conversation with rats. The FBI intercepts a phone call. I mean, every day, while I was working undercover, the FBI would come up with a classic telephone call that they intercepted, when they were up on somebody, the phone's tapped. And they intercepted a call one day between Joe Fish, he was telling Dominick the pig that Jimmy the Weasel was a rat. I mean, this is the kind of mentality that the mob has. I mean, everybody's a look.
But why did you
worked with them.
Why did you become a rat?
Why did I become a rat?
Yeah.
I'm facing 400 years in prison.
You could do 400.
Huh?
Wait a minute.
But
So it was just because they caught you?
So you
my house was bugged and my phones were tapped.
Bro, you get out, you're 456, and you're on your way. That's all. What's the matter with you? You got to think it through. What?
I heard him interviewed. It had something to do with they were putting the screws to his brother.
Oh, I see.
What happened?
You should have killed your brother.
Take the pressure off.
Why didn't you kill your brother? Then you would have been free and clear.
No, we don't play that. My brother always got my back. If I sent my brother out, as a matter of fact, the last piece of work, I sent my brother on to do a piece of work with two other guys, the whacker guy, that I thought was a spool pigeon. Meanwhile, the FBI was listening in, and they warned the guy. The guy calls me up, and he's not smart enough to know how stupid he is. The guy calls me up and says, Anthony, he said, the FBI was just here and said that you put a contract out on me. That's what he said. I know that they were lying. They just wanted me to talk. That's the kind of mentality that you got. So
what do you think? You think the mob is gone, or do you think that the mob is still strong? Because, I don't know.
Well, let me put it to you like this, Howard. The mob is stupid, and only for one reason. Because of the neighborhood. They let strangers come in and buy out the neighborhoods right from under them. Before, you could whack out 20... You could shoot three guys in the street. 45 people could see it, but nobody saw anything.
Right.
Now you got Irish guys living in the neighborhood, Spanish guys, Jewish guys, this guy, and now they're ratting them out.
And you got the blacks.
And you got sure.
Sure. I saw that in the Godfather.
Hey, man, I got more soul than I can control. I love the blacks.
I love the blacks too.
It's called create and alleviate. We use black guys to go in a guy's store, smash it up and everything, and then the guy would come to us to get rid of his black problem. We sent them in there to begin with.
That's a great scam.
Out of the problem, and then we solved it.
So you'd send the blacks in to smash everything up, and then you guys would fix it.
That's right.
Everybody was on the payroll.
Everybody, now you got it.
It's beautiful.
It's not very funny today, Robin. Like you got a nose.
Yeah, somebody was after me over the weekend, but I got away.
Yeah, they had a hit on him.
I can tell the difference between you and Robin Gibbons, sweetheart. Believe me when I tell you. I'm one of the few guys that can tell it.
Yeah, you could fix her good. She wouldn't be able to walk for 3 days.
Well, she's got the headlights I like. I'll tell you that much.
And what is this about Bette Midler? You were going to throw acid in her face?
Well, I got approached by this guy, Aaron Russo. He was a producer.
Yeah.
So forth. And he was romantically, involved with her. And he reached out to a bookmaker that I knew in London.
You say this in your book?
Yeah.
You do?
Oh, I sure do.
And he didn't sue you?
Well, what's he going to sue me for? What, for the truth?
Well, that's your truth. It might not be his.
Yeah, I care if somebody comes after.
Yeah, sure. What does he care?
Man, you're too.
Yeah, so you were going to throw acid in her face?
Well, listen, the guy's got a complaint. Some guy came and stole his girl, Bette Midler. He was going out with her at the time.
You know who it was?
Oh.
Peter Riegert.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Well, she was going out with another guy. He's losing income, and he's losing, a good piece of tail.
Right.
And this guy's really bummed out over the whole thing. I meet him in the Hamburger Hamlet over by Beverly Hills. And
we know that.
I walk in.
We go there.
And the guy looks at me, and I said, you really want to get down to this? And he tells me how much in love, and he got betrayed. So I said, well, hey, what do you want me to do? Throw some acid in his broad face? So now, when he hears that, he drops his spoon. Okay? So that's how flaky some of these Hollywood guys are. When he saw that this is the real thing, and that I would have gone through with it, he changed his mind. That's why he's not fooling anybody.
So he didn't want
to. So ultimately, he didn't have you do it.
That's what. Hey, when we're walking,
because I saw her recently, I thought maybe you threw some acid in her face.
Oh no! When we're walking out, after this little meeting, on the way out, the guy gives me a peace sign. 5 minutes earlier, he wanted me to. I think he really did want me to throw.
Well, he probably was upset, but
he was upset.
He lost when you lose a Bette Midler.
Well, not only was she his girlfriend,
she
was the manager.
Yeah, he was the manager.
Yeah,
you're losing a bank account there.
Yeah, I think that acid accidentally hit Cher in the face. I think you guys got him. All right, so the point is that you never ended up doing that.
That's right.
And the point is also that you have this book out.
How much is the mob into show business?
Hey, it's a love affair. Listen, when I moved up to California when I was 17 years old, my father went to work in the Village Free restaurant. It was owned by Frank Sinatra. And it was a mix of mobsters and movie stars, I mean, there was Frank Sinatra there, Dean Martin there, and for them, and those are the movie stars. And then you had Sam Giancana and a guy named Johnny Roselli and Joey Gallo even came out to California and recruited soldiers.
Yeah, but what about you? Did you bang any Hollywood starlets?
I've banged a lot of Hollywood stuff. Playboy bunnies, Hollywood starlets.
Anybody we know?
Oh, sure.
Who, like who?
Who'd you get?
Well, you educated me about getting sued. Now I'm not going to say a word.
All right. Yeah, I open my mouth too much. All right, listen, the book is called The Animal in Hollywood, Anthony Fiato's Life in the Mafia.
Right.
And he tells you...
Wait a minute, I got to know. Do you like turning in these guys?
No. Well, let me put it to you like this. A lot of guys, and if I had it to do all over again, there's a lot of guys, when I look back on it, that I hurt. But then again, there's some guys that I really wanted to hurt that I never got around to. So that's a wash.
Well, the thing is that, everyone in the Mafia now is turning on everybody. But what are you going to do?
Well, you're playing, right, you play tag. That's
right.
What's going on.
All right, well, there it is. Now.
Yes, it sounds like a wonderful organization still.
Hey, how do you get into the Mafia? Like, do you have to take one of those oaths?
Well, sure. That's what I'm saying when I was telling you about the initiation.
Do you have to give blood and everything?
Well, they prick your finger, and you come in alive, and you go out dead. That's you're always going to be. Even if you're a rat, you're still a mafia rat.
Right. Hey, will this book be made into a movie?
Well, I'm gonna tell you the same way you were talking about Private Parts. Well, soon to be a major motion picture. I got to say the same thing about The Animal in Hollywood.
All right, I wish you luck with it.
Play you, John Travolta?
You want me to play you?
I'd love you to play me.
Yeah, I'll be you.
The Animal in Hollywood.
Yeah, I'll be like this.
Hey, all those guys from the LA squad, the FBI, are listening to you today.
All right, well, thanks, Animal.
Now,
okay,
what does he do now?
Animal? Hey, Animal, what do you do all day now that you went, you were in the witness protection program, you have a new identity, right?
Well, let me tell you, before all my pals were Mario, Guido, and Salvatore, now they're Buck, Clem, and Zeke. What can I tell you?
So what do you do all day?
Lives on a farm.
You live on a farm?
I used to ride a Porsche, now I ride a horse.
All right, Animal, thanks.
Okay, take it easy, Howard.
Later.
Robin, I love you. It's terrific.
That's Animal.
Now listen, what about, your friend Casey there?
Yeah.
I watch all the time. Well, I know he's got that little bit of problem. Why don't you send him away with Gay Rich for a week and we'll sure.
All right.
I'll see you later.
Take care, Animal.
Bye-bye.
That's Animal, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Fiato. Life in the Mafia. Wait, here, you want to talk to Anthony?
Yeah, put it in.
Let's see what you got to say. And don't use the S word.
Yeah.
Or I got to hang up.
Line 4, Howard.
Line 4? All right, hold on. I'll put this guy on.
Anthony.
Let me hear you, too.
Oh, Anthony.
All right, now talk it over like mob guys.
I got $30 in this freaking thing already over here.
All right, okay. All right.
Gas station attendant.
Anthony,
You're talking to a gas station attendant, Howard.
Yeah, gas station attendant. Why don't you come meet me someday, bro? Right down by me. You know where we are. Come on.
You're a real tough guy on the phone.
Real tough guy. Break your home.
You were tough guys that guys would do away with it all.
You want to use my hands like a man.
You know what I mean? Why don't you say who you are?
Yeah, say who I don't have to.
I'll come and find you. Hey, you're a real tough guy. You should have I'll take the fork and I'll stick it in your eye.
Let me ask you something. Hey, guys.
Stick it in my eye.
Hey, guys.
I'll stick it in your eye. You're half a bag.
Hey, let me ask you guys
half
something.
a bag. Go with Ralph. Go with Ralph the hairdresser.
5 seconds.
I'll make you my bitch. You're a real tough guy.
All right, let me ask you something. Anthony.
Yeah.
You mean some desert hide? How does it feel to hide?
This is a guy that works at a gas station.
Yeah, gas station.
Anthony, what about what Frankie... Anthony, what about what Frankie says? Frankie says, here you are making $500,000 in cash. Everything was good.
Yeah, put on those sheets, the whole thing, Anthony. Then when you get a little trouble, you run like a chicken with your tail between your legs. Anthony?
All I can tell you is one
200 years.
All the tough guys
nothing, you fat bastard.
We go away with them all.
Yeah.
Don't you understand?
Let me tell you something, guys like you.
I didn't start
like you make me.
Another guy ratted on me. Don't you understand it? Another guy ratted on me. I understand what
all right, hold it a second. Why don't you guys talk one at a time? So, Anthony, you're saying, look, some guy ratted you out, so you had to rat some guys out.
That's the same stuff. Howard. Oh, my friend told me to do it, so I did it.
No. Oh, wait a second. I did what I did because I did it.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not like Sammy the Bull. Let me speak for a second. I'm not like Sammy the Bull. Sammy the Bull blames John Gotti for being a rat. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm a rat because I said that I was a rat, and I take full responsibility for it.
Anthony, when you took the oath, Anthony, when you took the oath, what did they tell you, Anthony? Keep your mouth shut. Hey, I'm 32 years old, Anthony. Guess what?
You ain't never to 33. You keep talking like that. What? You're not going to make it to 33. You keep talking like that.
You want to be
You're the only one. Why don't you use your name?
Anthony, just
all you do is a lot of talk. You get on. What's your name? Who are you?
Give me a restaurant to meet you, bro.
Who are you?
Yeah, you want to know who I am?
Frankie, how would you rub this guy out?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Well, now, I beat him with my bare hand.
It sounds like Anthony is not above chilling your gas.
All you got to do is give me a restaurant you're at, my friend.
Frankie, I don't understand something.
Hey, you don't understand? I don't know the guy.
Hey, Frankie, you're going to have to take off from the gas station to meet me.
Frankie, I don't understand something. I don't understand how you guys don't... Not the F word. Let's calm down.
Listen, Anthony, all you got to do is just tell Howard where you want to
listen, you remind me of a guy that I used to know. Yeah, he used to threaten people. All he did was talk. All you are is a talking. You talk on the phone. You're a mutt. You're a mutt.
You're a mutt.
You meet face to face. You know how long you're going to last?
Let me tell you something. I would rip your hole right out of your dog. You have no idea what I would do to you.
Frankie.
I'm really scared.
You know the funny thing about it is?
Frankie.
Go back to the gas station and pump some gas.
Frankie, how many guys have you killed?
Let me tell you the funny thing.
Go back to the gas station and pump some gas. Go back to pump some gas.
All I know is you're a rat. And rats are gold. They should all be shot dead.
Hey, Frankie.
Why aren't you doing it?
Yeah.
Frankie.
You don't have the ball to shoot anybody. Frankie, you ever done any hard time?
I ain't saying nothing.
All right.
Bend over, get some salt.
I don't rat out myself. I ain't ratting over. I don't say nothing, Howard.
But, Frankie, I don't understand something. Have you and the rest of the mob people that you know...
I can only speak for myself.
All right, but have you gotten together with anybody and discussed guys like Anthony who are rats?
How could you still be in the mob?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You know where rats belong? They belong on an island with child molesters. All rats, child molesters, and fags all belong together.
All right.
And people in the world, anybody can go near a child. Anybody can rat. I don't care if you're a mob or you're not in a mob. When you're a rat, you're a rat. That's it. Whether you're a corporate rat, a mob rat, whatever. A rat's a rat.
Or a gas station rat.
Yeah, gas station rat. Let me tell you, I like to pour the gas down your freaking throat, you rat bastard.
You're a real tough guy.
Like a fat balloon you are.
You're a real tough guy. Look at what's that? You're talking like a little
listen, let me say one word, okay?
You guys scare me. These are real men.
You're an empty threat.
I got to admit, you guys are real men the way you yell at each other.
Oh, I'm not yelling. I'm just laughing at this guy. Because I know he's a gas station.
Let me tell you, when it was the old way, when the old guys were around, You didn't have any assholes like this.
Well,
You're 53, jerk. You ain't an old man. You're an old guy.
Okay.
I'm talking when Carlos and when all the guys were around. Those were the times. Those were before I was born. When I was still on my father's left ball, that's when it was. Not now.
You know nobody. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, who the
hell? Know what you were doing? You were selling cannolis. That's what you were doing. Driving a Porsche and had an Armani suit and had a beautiful broad on my arm. You were selling cannoli. Go back to the cannoli stand.
Listen, you're a tough guy?
I'll deal with it. Tough guys are all dead. We go away with them all. Goodbye.
You're a stand-up guy? Why don't you tell me where you are? I'll come to myself.